So we're going back to the land.
Back to the land, 72. There was a notice on the Skookumjuk bulletin board, lots for sale up at Sheep Creek. So we went up and we looked at it. There was one lot, and it was owned already by a fella in Calgary, but he didn't want it. He had just changed his mind. He wasn't going to move down there. It was the last lot that bordered on the river. The Lucia River ran through the back of the property. The lots were long and thin, and I really loved it that there it was right on the river, just perfect. And as you look up, the Rockies go straight up behind the house. There was a small ranch between us and the next, it must have been, I don't know, half a kilometer, and then the mountain went straight up. It was quite a spectacular view, and I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it.
Wow.
But it cost us all our money. So there I was, I had a piece of land. It had no well, no power, no nothing. It had stakes in the ground, no fences. It was part of an old ranch, and basically you could walk up and down, you could see. And so we used to go out and camp there. And I go, okay, we got to think of something here. So I went, well, I need lumber, got to build something. I had no idea how to do anything. Nothing to do with farming or building or anything. I knew some electrical trade stuff. I'd been an electrician apprentice and stuff. So, but that was it.
That seems pretty brave to, come from Ontario and suddenly just be like, we're starting from scratch right here.
Yes, it was. You call it brave. A lot of people thought we were pretty stupid. We had no idea what we were in for.
Right.
But I thought that now that we have a child, let's do the back to the land thing, and see where it gets us. It's the most beautiful spot I'd ever seen anywhere.
Right.
So let's do it. So I got a job at the Canal Flats at the lumber mill there, and brought home tons of lumber. In those days, you could bring home scrap lumber.
Right.
So I would just bring home everything, and out of that you would get thing. And I started building a building. And they came along and they said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm going to build a house, but first I'm going to build a garage." Right. Well, they knew what I was doing. I moved into the garage. I became the shack. And that was my first effort at ever building anything. And it took me did a lot of things wrong, but I learned a lot of things, and I found out what I had to find out. I had no idea where to start. Got a well drilled, put in a septic field, those kind of things, built a washroom. Just to do that, I had to, it was quite something. But over the years, I did learn, and didn't stay at the sawmill very long. That served its purpose, but I needed a regular job. If we were going to do this, I had to have an income to feed the family. I had to have an income to buy building materials, farming materials. You have to keep a vehicle. You live by your vehicle. You have to have a decent vehicle, and pretty soon you need two, just to handle, the trips to town. It's a long way. It's at the end of we had to think about school. It was at the end of the school bus line. There was a lot of challenges over the first few years, and in all honesty, it beat us back a couple of times. We even went back east for a short period of time, thinking about but you can never go back. We just went back to look, really. But,